Hello everyone. Today I would like to share another dish. Traditionally we make it with rice flour that is called mani kodakatai with the Urad Usali. Okay. Here after moving to this country we are becoming lazy and also availability too. See, I use shell macaroni. Any variety of shell macaroni, any brand is fine. If you like whole wheat, you can use that too. 8 ounces of shell macaroni, 1 cup of urad dal soaked for 3 to 4 hours and drained, 2 to 2.5 tablespoons of oil, 1.5 teaspoon of mustard seeds, 1 green chili chopped, and then 2 red chili broken into pieces. If you green chili is not available, or if you don't like it, you can use all the red chilies, no problem. And then about a tablespoon and a half salt, because we are going to use it for both of the dishes, that's why. And then 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of asafoetida powder. I didn't take it out, it is here. Now what I did, I already rinsed thoroughly and then drained the urad dal. Now I am going to blend it. What it is, you have to grind it on the food processor. I am just to go ahead and explain what it entails, and then boil the shell macaroni in ample water according to the package direction, and then you can drain it. Okay, first what I did, I am going to turn on the stove, add lots of water to the pot, spaghetti pot or something like that, about 2 quarts of water. See, we are using only 8 ounces of shell macaroni. Let it boil. I am going to add half of the salt to the water so that way it can boil. Okay, let it boil. Then I turn around. I am going to grind the urad dal. For that I am using the food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you will be able to use blender, that's fine. Okay, first add the dal, drain the dal. I'm okay? See, while grinding, you don't have to grind the dal very smoothly. Little bit coarsely you have to grind it, okay? It won't take too long. It will just take less than a minute or a minute. Okay, I am adding the chilies. See, you can adjust the chilies. If you like really spicy, you can add the 3 chilies. If you just like mild one, you can reduce the chili and the salt as well. So I added the salt and chili. I don't think you need any water. Little, maybe a tablespoon of water, not very much. So that's all you need. Let me see how it goes. I don't even add the water. One more. Meanwhile, the water is just getting ready to boil. When it starts boiling, I will add that macaroni. That's it.
Shell macaroni.
Yeah, shell macaroni. See? It's done. It's grinded. See, it doesn't need to be very smooth, just coarse consistency. Okay, you can transfer to a bowl, or you can directly put it in the idli stand for steaming. See, See, this is the idli stand. You can spray with vegetable oil spray, and then fill it and then steam it inside a pressure cooker without the regulator. Okay, now the water is boiling. I am going to add the shell macaroni to the water. See, this is what it is. It is on the back stove. See. Okay, let it boil and then come to the al dente, and then I will go ahead and then drain. It might take 2-3 minutes. Okay, meanwhile, I am going to spray vegetable spray for all this. I usually use hand. Be careful though. I think it is a good idea to transfer to a bowl and then add it. Otherwise, see, I don't want anyone to, injure the finger or anything. See, the blade is very, very sharp. So one need to be really careful while handling it. Now I can use my hand. See, again, don't fill it too much, just less than the level, so that way you can fill all the 4. However much it is there, you can use. See, since the stand can be used 1, 2 or 3 or 4, all of them, so you can use it. What I am going to do, I am going to fill this and then just add a cup and a half of water to the body of the pressure cooker, and then turn the stove on to medium. Once you fill it, you put the stand in and then close it and steam it for 10 minutes. I will come back and then show you how I am going to do it. Okay, the water is just starting to boil, the pressure cooker water. I added a cup and a half to 2 cups of water, because there also you need to place enough water, otherwise you don't want to get dried up. Okay, I filled, there are only 3 plates came in, so I fill each one of them, and then I am placing it inside the pressure cooker to steam it. So the water started boiling. I am covering the pressure cooker. You don't need to add the regulator at all. Wait for the steam to escape and then turn the stove to in between medium to medium low, and then steam it like that for 15 minutes, and then turn the stove off. Then we can open it and then remove it in a bowl. I will come back and then show you again how the rest of the recipe is done. Still the shell macaroni is boiling. It is not yet done. See, I am checking it. What I am going to do, once it is cooked, I am going to drain it and then leave it. So I will come back in 10 minutes and then show you the rest of the thing. You see, the shell macaroni has been cooked thoroughly, so I drained it. I drained all the water and then I reserved it on this bowl. Before I transferred to this bowl, I sprayed the bowl with a small amount of vegetable spray. That way it won't stick to the bowl. Now I am ready. See, it has been cooking for 15 minutes, steaming for 15 minutes. So I am opening the pressure cooker. See, there is no regulator for steaming. See, we are not pressure cooking it. Make sure, don't put the regulator in. So now I have turned it off for a while. So it's not steaming that much. So I am able to put the knob and then take it out. what I am going to do, I am going to transfer this to a, again, oil, vegetable spray bowl, and then cool it thoroughly. See, it has to be cooled completely. One needs to be able to touch by hand. Up to that point, it needs to cool down, come to the room temperature. So, I will transfer these steamed cakes, urad cakes, to the bowl and then leave it for 15-20 minutes until I am able to touch it. Then what I am going to do, I am going to crumble up the cakes, so it is almost like resemble like a cornmeal when it is cooled down. When you crumble it, not very much lump, as far as that is the way it needs to be. Then what we can do, we can make the bagar and mix these two together. So it will take about it will take about 10 to 15 minutes to cool down and then crumbling it. So I don't want to wait, so I will come back in 15 minutes and then show you how it will look when it is crumbled, and then I will go ahead and then mix these in a vessel. Okay, see, you saw me taking off the steamed urad cake. So when it is cool to the touch, I say now it is almost 20-25 minutes. I crumbled them. See, it will resemble like a cornmeal. See, that is the way it will be fluffy. And then this is already sweet. Okay, now I am getting ready to mix them with the bagar. So I turned on the stove and then I am adding the oil, about 2.5 tablespoons of oil to the pan. And then I am adding the mustard seeds. See, it is a good idea. Always the mustard seeds needs to be popped thoroughly, otherwise the flavor won't come. Some, they were in a hurry, they won't let it pop, and then there is no point in putting a raw mustard seed. See, it needs to pop and give out the flavor. That is why I usually, what I do, in a small vessel, for a week or so, for a 1 week supply, I will make that and then reserve it. I have it there, but everyone might not do that. That is why I am doing this way, to show how it is done. I am adding the asafoetida, 1/4 teaspoon of asafoetida. This is also optional ingredients. Especially, Americans, they don't really like asafoetida, but it is a garlic substitute for most of the Indian cooking, especially South Indian cooking. They won't use garlic, but asafoetida powder, it is substitution. And another optional ingredient is curry leaves. If it is available, that also enhances the flavor. These are all available at the Indian grocery stores. So the mustard seeds, asafoetida powder, and curry leaves. See, it's getting ready to pop. I am hearing it. We have to wait until it pops. Yeah, it is popped. It is popped. Actually, see, I am not able to show you the flavor. Now it is, I can smell it. Okay, I am adding the curry leaves. Be careful. Now transfer the crumbled Urad Usali. This is called Usali, to the pan, and then mix it around. Keep the stove to medium. That way it won't scorch, it won't get scorched. Okay. So maybe few minutes, 2-3 minutes, saute it. So that way the individual pieces gets coated with the oil. and then the flavor also. And then you have to just add this and mix thoroughly and then serve. That's all. It is as simple as that. It's really delicious. See, back in India, they spend hours doing the mani kurakatai, small goals with the rice flour, steamed rice flour. That takes time consuming. Here, since the wheat elbow macaroni is also equally nutritious. So
Tasty, equally tasty as well, if not better.
Yeah. So that's what I am doing. I am heating it thoroughly, maybe a minute or two, not more than that. See, the mustard seed takes, see, if it is a gas stove, it will take only a minute. But if it is electrical stove, it might take 2 minutes. So make sure, close attention is needed. Watch it, don't burn it. And then once it needs to be. See, after a while you get the hang of it, how to check it and things like that. Okay. See? This is it. I'm turning the stove off, or you can leave it in a very low simmer for 5-10 minutes. That way the bottom will get roasted like a pink color. That can be done too. So when you turn the stove to simmer, it won't get burned. Okay? Now I am getting ready to serve this. Let me taste it. Even at this point, if you want more spices, while you are popping the mustard seed, you can break 1 or 2 chilies and then add it to the hot oil if you really like spicy. But this one, the ingredients I have given, it is really mild. Anybody can make it and then they can use it. So easy and so tasty. Enjoy it.